This podcast is sponsored by Nexpa, Australia's leading naturally sugar-free drinks brand. Seen me probably drink some on a stream before, but now you've seen us drink it on the podcast. Hey, what's up? So the World Health Organization recommends that we have no more than 6 teaspoons of sugar per day. Classic soft drink has 27 teaspoons of sugar in it. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I did not know that. What the hell?
Yeah, and so all of these like sugar-free and zero sugared soft drinks are just replaced with just artificial sweeteners. So you want natural. You want natural sugar-free.
Natty.
Is what you want. And keep it natty. And Nexpa are the only soft drink brand in Australia to make classic soft drinks with no sugar and nothing artificial and only natural flavors, and it tastes good, and it's a good taste.
Amazing.
So you guys got to try a drink. Right now I've got the creaming soda.
Come on, creaming soda. I love it. Come on, creaming soda. My favorite flavor. So good.
I also enjoy kombucha versions.
That's what my mum and sister like. My mum and sister like the kombucha
bottles.
versions.
But yeah, no, we've got this. This is actually the new one that we're talking about, the 1 liter creaming soda and passion fruit, and it just tastes freaking awesome. You could find it in the soft drink aisle of your local Coles, or head down there and try one yourself. And you can find other Nexpa products like the kombucha I was talking about, the sparkling water, iced tea, and other stuff across Australia and UK. You know, the better viewers, listeners right now.
Yeah, the better viewers, yeah.
Keep an eye out for this naturally sugar-free Nexpa logo and try it out.
Existential dread, the meaning of life. Where are we all going? What are we all going to do? Are we doomed? Well, for one thing I know, I definitely am, Fruity. How about you? Are you doomed?
We're all doomed.
We're all doomed.
But we all share that. That's the podcast this week.
That's the podcast over. We're all doomed. There's no meaning to anything. Yay!
See, we were asked what topic we wanted to do this week, and I'm not going to lie to you, I've been like down. I was down today, so I was like, what is it all? Let's then say that this, yep.
Oh, you should have seen. I'm scrolling through my messages and I see Loserfruit. What's this week's topic? Existential dread. It's like, what is going through your mind?
Come on, like, you have 7 days in the week. How many days of the week are you feeling a little bit down that day?
Honest question, at least 4 of those days, I'm questioning what I'm doing in my life. I'm like, something's either wrong. I'm thinking of the future, the past, you know, but it's hard to live in the moment. Do you find that, Fruity? Do you find it's hard to live in the now?
No, not at all.
Ooh. Okay.
I just wanted to say it with such confidence.
But honestly, do you think it's hard?
I think it's hard not to live in the future. I don't care about the past. I've left that. I don't even think about it. But the future is something that I really struggle with ignoring. The fact that maybe next day everything could just vanish and disappear, and I could wake up and this is all just I was in the Matrix this whole time, and I wake up and I have nothing. Marcus ain't there, the cats ain't there, I got nothing.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I've been thinking. It could happen.
I wonder what the chances are. Like, I wonder if someone could actually do like some sort of mathematical equation of how likely the likelihood of being in the Matrix is. There has to be some sort of like percentile we can get to of like, yeah, it's probably 5%.
We'll get a mathematician on. I think that'll be great. We'll ask him what the chances of things happening, and you'll just get
in the comments. In the comments, write the percent. What's the chances of us being in the Matrix right now? What's the percent? Would you, if you could right now, Fruity, decide to find out whether or not you were in the Matrix, would you do it?
Oh, but that suggests that I am in the Matrix then. That suggests, that pure question already tells me that there is something outside of this.
Oh my goodness. Good point.
So I don't need to answer your question.
So now you've got it. Because if suddenly a being appears and he looks like Morpheus out of the Matrix and he says, do you want to know if they're like, it's like, yeah, it obviously is because you're here, dickhead. What's your whole job description? I expose people to being in the Matrix. Jesus Christ.
That's all he did, man. That's all he did. And I wonder how much he got paid for it. If there is currency, you know, in the Matrix, you know.
He ruined Neo's life. Oh, my God.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Poor Neo. Although he got to have sex with that hot chick. I forget
Trinity?
her. Yeah. Trinity, yeah, and she's in the leather.
Did they have
Oh yeah, they did it real dirty style.
Oh, which one?
All of them. I'm pretty sure. Just every Matrix. I'm pretty sure he's given it to her, right? Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
okay, so knowing, so he does come and say, so do you go outside into the Matrix or do you stay here?
I stay here. I'm
Yeah.
staying.
Who knows what's out there?
Ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's like, imagine if you wake up and it's like a desolate, terrible place and no friends, no nothing, and I don't want to know that this is a lie. You know, I'd rather just live in the lie. It's beautiful. It's great. I like the taste of steak. It's great.
Do you? How do you like
Yeah.
your steak?
Medium rare. Medium rare.
Okay, that's a
yeah.
safe answer.
Yeah.
I think it'd be just like a white room, like, you know, like a a ward, you know, where they
Oh my
lock
God.
up the actual quite crazy people. It'll be like a room like that, but it's in infinity.
Well,
So-
imagine right now that you are insane. You know what I mean? And this is all a dream.
Yeah, that's
and you're
me,
like,
and this is my imagination. If my
Oh.
imagination is this good, oh my
Oh,
god, hats
that
off
would be-
to me.
I don't like thinking of that. That's crazy. Imagine if right now on talking about it, it just broke, you know, and right now you just zip, like all the way back. That would
and
be
all the
crazy.
pieces started fragmenting, and now it started collapsing in on itself, and then I just see the white room. Oh my god.
Oh God, that would be
Walk
crazy.
towards the light.
Can I ask you a question, Fruity?
Yeah.
Is there a point to life? Like, is it joy? Is it love? Is it, you know, smelling the roses? Or is there just no point? And you know, it's not this. It's not an all-seeing being. It's nothing.
You know what I don't understand to that question
Okay,
is the
hit me with it.
people who walk around pretending that they are living life better and superior to other people, and that their way of life is better than others.
In
That
what
is what
way?
I don't understand. I just see a lot of posts being like, living my best life because of this and this, stuff like that. Well, no, living my best life is whatever. You're doing it within your own thing. But when they start giving advice being like, this is how you be as awesome as me, I don't get it. But what if
You don't get it?
What if they're not doing what's right? What if they don't know the
Oh.
point of life? What makes them, because they have a nice suit on, Cray? Is that what makes them know the point of life?
It could be the suit. So you're saying you don't like. Is it only specific things that you think are wrong though? Like, is it only things that you view as wrong? Like, for example, if I said the point of life is to be healthy, you know, and then I went on Instagram and I took, you know, photos of myself looking shredded and
Oh, that's fine.
gave
That's
you
fine.
advice in that way.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I don't know exactly what I mean, but but how do they know? How do the people
Right.
who give the advice the most know that that's the right advice? And that's the way the point of life. Like, how do they know?
Right. I
Because
don't know if they do know.
most of my days are spent in part confusion, and I like that. I like being uncomfortable and confused for most of my life. I think that's the right way of being. I don't know.
You like it. You like it.
I can make a decision when I need to make a decision, but I'm not confident all the time.
Yeah, it's like one thing I've started to realize as I've gotten a bit older, Fruity, is not taking everybody's advice and living by just what I think in my head a little bit more. Does that make any sense? Like, I'm trying my best to not readily give out advice and start to live on my own 2 feet. Like, you know, for example, when people tell me about how to buy a house, right? Because I'm going to buy a house soon. And people say, like, even my mum the other day said, oh, you know, don't buy a completely finished house. You know, you should buy one that you can maybe do up. And I said to Mum, that's just not who I am as a person. You know, that's just not me. I want to buy basically a pretty much finished house, a done house, because I know I'm not going to do it up. You know, I know I'm not going to be
You
that
are
guy.
pretty lazy.
Exactly. You know, and it's good to accept, you know, those points that you know you're not going to do it, you know? And I could sit there and I could lie to you, you know, and I could lie to my mum and say, you know what? You're right, Mum. And when I move in, I'm going to do up there. I'm not going to do it, Fruity. You know what I mean? So now I'm being a little bit more careful as well with
That's
what I
true.
say
I do-
say to others.
I do think you should take the advice of people who say you should look at the house before you buy it, though. You know,
Oh,
I think
that's great
good
advice. Yeah, oh, don't expose me here, Fruity. Don't expose me here. Oh, my God. Tell him. Oh. I do have that personality, don't I?
wait. So we've talked about this on many podcasts that Cray's gonna buy a house in Melbourne. Does that mean we're gonna get the podcast back in person again? Or are we too lazy
Yes.
for that? Oh, okay. Yes, I'm glad you said yes. Okay.
We're going to
we
up
can
the
make a
production
studio.
quality. Studio
Not
in
too
Cray's
much,
new
though.
house, but I bet it'll look great.
Cray's new house.
Full professional.
I don't
Yeah,
want
because
that.
I have to get a better house than yours, Fruity. It has to beat your place.
You can't beat my place.
I know your place looks fucking awesome. It looks very fucking cool. It looks very cool.
You get to visit my place. That'll be
Oh,
exciting.
I'm actually excited to come to your house. I hope you know that. I think that's going to be the coolest thing about living in Melbourne is friendships. But anyway, that's not existential,
But-
is it?
Oh my God, you're right.
We just went off it.
You know what we did? We did what every
What?
human does. We distracted ourselves with these
From the
meaningless,
dread.
frivolous things of life like friendships and houses and family.
True. It's all a distraction from reality.
Reality.
Well,
Reality is that we're just walking meat sticks with a bunch of organs
Oh.
inside. Do you ever think
Oh,
about that much
true,
about your
true.
heart? It's just beating. That's what's keeping you alive.
True. Let me ask you a question, Fruity.
Hmm.
Do you think of yourself more of a realist or an idealist? Which
I
one are
think
you?
I'm my idealist because even though I say
Mm.
that, I do deep down think that I am more than just meat. You know what I
I
mean?
like that. I like that. Yeah. Do you think we have like a... I'm not going to put you on the spot and say, do you believe in God? But do you think of like, there's a possibility there's like a spirit and we are more than just like walking pieces of flesh?
That's where it's hard because
Mm.
because as I said that, you know, I wanted to believe that that's what I believe in is something that
Ah.
I'm something more than myself. But do I
Yeah.
really believe that? Or do I think I'm just myself and I will die? Like every human has died. That's
And
what
become
absolutely
absolutely
just get
nothingness.
dust. Yeah.
Does the nothingness scare you?
Nothingness
Like,
scares me, yeah.
nothingness scares me too. I hate when people are like, yeah, but don't be scared of nothingness because it's just like what you were before you were born. It's like,
Oh,
shut
see, that
up.
scares me. Like, there's
Yeah,
a
it's
whole
like-
lot of stuff that happened before we were born.
Exactly. That's scary as hell. Oh, man. Do you like the idea of reincarnation, though? I don't want to come back as a slug.
No, I would like to try different lives, though. You know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whose life? Whose life? Name someone.
I don't want to. I don't know, but like walk in someone else's shoes, literally, do
Yeah.
that. I'd like to try it out.
I've always thought what would be really cool is just for a moment, right? Say me and you got in an argument, right, about something, about, you know, that the sky, I say the sky is blue and you say it's green, right? I just really have always wanted to just, in that moment, for 5 minutes, go inside that person's brain and just see from directly their experiences, their life, their perspective, their accumulation of memories and thoughts, why they think the sky is green. Do you know what I mean? I get that so
I get that pretty
often.
often too. Is like, what can that person possibly be thinking?
Exactly.
Why are they thinking like this? Because they're not conveying it in conversation. Like it still
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me. I have to be literally in their brain to figure out why they think like this.
Yep.
And
I'm-
that's
oh.
what upsets me, that Freaky Friday is not a real thing. I can't actually just switch into someone else's body, and they can't switch into mine. Then we could, like, that's upsetting to me. That's
Well, and
Just a
an
movie.
interesting little thing is like Elon Musk and his Neuralink or whatever it is. It would be so crazy if we could implant things into our brains where, you know, I understand your intention towards something and you don't even have to say it. Would you install something like that? Like a
Wait, so-
technology?
you'd have a technology, and it'll pretty much like broadcast your like views, values, and what you intend, your intentions and stuff like that. And what you
Basically, yeah. So, say
like
me and you
it'd
were in the
broadcast
same...
your thoughts, and is that what?
Yeah. You kind of. It's
So
like
it-
it could broadcast intention. So say you're going to go to the store later, right? At 12 o'clock, you're going to go. You don't have to say it. You don't have to do anything. It just broadcasts intention. So I can understand your intention immediately. Like it's almost like I would just know that Fruity is going to be at the store at 12.
So it's
because
like if I'm walking down
intends
the street, and you know, most people mean no harm. Most people don't, but obviously, I'm a girl, and like I'm pretty weak. You know, like
Yeah.
and I see like someone who's tall, a man who's tall and big, I'm being a little threatened by them, of course. But if I had that radar and they just said, just walk it, and then I could just see exactly where they're going,
Yep.
just going to get some groceries, I'd feel
That would be
much
crazy.
better. I'd feel great.
That'd be
I'd
crazy.
like that,
Imagine.
actually.
Yeah, like you just know someone's intent. You know, you feel it. It would be like almost just an immediate feeling.
Oh, but then what if someone has like a passing thought that's, evil,
Terrible.
but they're not going to pursue it, but they have that thought.
Even a sexy thought. Sometimes when I'd be walking down the street, I just think a sexy little thought.
And then you know that everyone around you can see that thought, Cray.
Oh no! And imagine
That's
if
so
you
bad.
had a girlfriend back at home and you're like, I'm gonna go home and fuck my wife, and everybody knows you're going home to fuck your wife.
I mean, that's something to be proud of, I think.
True. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
But if you're walking with your wife and you see like a leggy woman and you're
Oh,
like, damn, she's got so nice.
It do be the legs that be
Yeah.
getting me through. It do be the legs too. It's the legs and the eyes for me. Beautiful eyes. Oh, and yep.
Yeah, and you
Oh,
think
no.
that. You're like, damn, those are some fine pegs she's got there. And your
And then
wife is standing right there. And
She feels your intent.
She can feel your intent.
Oh man.
You're screwed.
Maybe you can like block people, like, you block them on Twitter. I just block my girlfriend from knowing those intents. Get blocked.
What if, have you ever seen that movie with Justin Timberlake where life is about currency? It's like how much currency you have is how long you live for.
What? No, I haven't.
You should watch it. I think it's called In Time or something like that. Time About Time. I don't know, something like that. But what if, so yeah, it's just like the rich people would live forever and then people running out would, I'm literally running out of time. What if it
So
was...
you almost pay for time. That's so
Yeah,
interesting.
you pay for time.
I mean, in a philosophical way, may I say, Fruity, that we already kind of do that, If you are poor, you're probably not going to last as long as somebody who is rich, just off the basis that they can afford, their medical bills or better housing, et cetera,
yes.
et cetera. So technically, yes. So, that movie, I think, is just contrasting the
Should watch the
reality
movie.
of
What if
Yes.
your life was extended by how many social likes you got?
Well, hey, I'd be rolling in it because I do have a lot of Twitter likes. I do be hitting the tweets. Hey, twitter.com/Crayator. Check me out. I'd be tweeting. Twitter, bitch. I think,
yeah, one day you post a picture and it doesn't do as well.
and you lower your
and that,
life.
that lowers your life like quality, or like what you suddenly it changes and you have less
Well,
going for you.
I swear in some ways, Fruity, that is our lives, it's like YouTubers and streamers, and if you're on social media, it's almost like the stress of not doing good enough and not getting those likes. Apparently stress is a killer, like
Stress is what's going to kill
kills.
half the people we know. I
Yeah,
swear.
it's crazy.
People are stressed. And don't be stressed. Just think about topics like we think about.
Yeah, just
think
think about positive nihilism. Yeah. Positive nihilistic thought. That's all you need, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of stoicism here and there and you're fine.
Would you
know?
call yourself stressed?
I don't know about stressed. I don't know. Stressed? No, I would say that I'm more kind of... Is stress the same as worry? I'm not sure. I
think
worry about
similar,
the future.
yeah.
I worry more about the future more than think about the present. Sometimes I wouldn't say I stress about the present. I get upset about the present. I'm like, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where this A, B, and C. But I think for the most part, I am more positive than what I give out about my future. I do believe in myself. I do think that I will achieve more than I'm achieving now. Sometimes I honestly just get a little bit annoyed that it's not happening now, or I believe that there's a roadblock that's blocking me from achieving things, So yeah, I'd say, I stress a bit, I guess. Yeah. Don't know. It's hard to put words to feelings sometimes, because you don't want to give the wrong word to the feeling that you're having.
That's fair.
But
That's fair.
yeah, I stress a little bit. Would you say you're a very stressed person, medium or low?
I think medium. I think at the beginning of the year it was like high, and it's been high.
Yeah.
But then when I moved, it just, I think it's low now.
I think that's what's going to happen
Lower,
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I move, I think everyone's going to see a real change in my personality, positive wise. You know, just to have a house will be very cool. It'll be really awesome. Just be like, yeah, I've got a place of my own. Bada bing, bada bang. Hashtag bachelor lifestyle.
That is
Hashtag
so.
fuckboy.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's me.
Just another distraction, Cray, from your life.
Just another distraction, man. All the cocaine and women I sleep with is just another distraction.
You will never be like that. I could not ever imagine you like that.
Oh,
How
could you
unfulfilling.
imagine? Yuck. Nah, not for me.
No.
Not for me. Do you think menial pleasures like that are are they worth less than, say, finding true love? Would you say that, like, when you see bachelors who would just go out and snort coke and sleep with women and drive fast cars and maybe just live the life in that way rather than settling down with one girl and having a family, do you think that it is inherently worse, or is it just worse for you? What do you reckon?
I'd have to say it's just like proven to be worse. I feel like there's too many examples of that, of people who say they wish they hadn't done that.
Yeah.
They wish they had focused on something else instead of, partying all the time. So I'd say there's like a lot of examples for that I would say that is.
Yeah. I'd probably agree. Yeah, no, I definitely would agree. Even though I know that kind of party lifestyle isn't for me at all, doesn't interest me in the slightest, I'd still say, like, the family lifestyle is something that I think humans eventually want, or
I don't know
almost
about
need.
family lifestyle, but definitely like less
Partner.
people lifestyle.
Oh, right.
I feel
Right,
like
right.
we start, like, our teens and young adult years have like so many friends, but then when you hit a certain point, you realize you've a few good friends and you enjoy your own company, and I feel like that's how everyone
That's good.
goes, and then they get this peaceful
Yeah.
way going. But I don't know, maybe it's just me.
It's interesting how people decide to live their life. Like, even like, do you think that there's objective ethics, Fruity? Do you think, like, if I murder someone, do you think, like, that is objectively wrong? Would you say?
Are you saying like if the person you murder is worse than you?
No, I mean just murder in general. Like, for example,
Well, yes.
Yeah? Why?
That's not your life to take. So
That
no.
was easy. We solved it. That's easy. That's an easy
however,
question.
if the person is proven to be a bad person, even worse than you, then maybe. I mean, isn't that what that Dexter show's about? I don't know. I haven't watched it.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Fruity. Are you ready? Do you believe in the death penalty? That's a big one.
That is a tough one, but I feel like you need substantial evidence, which sucks to say. Because sometimes they have done it, but there's a lot of people that have been. Well, no, there's a few people
wrongfully accused. Is what you mean?
And that
wrongfully
doesn't
persecuted.
make any sense. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. You asked me a philosophical question, Fruity. Go.
Do you think?
Oh God.
I won't ask you a philosophical question. I'll just ask you more of a life question. If you got everything taken away from you that you had now, would you be fine with that? How would you be?
I wouldn't be okay with it at all. I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed. I'd be mad. I'd be angry if everything just suddenly got taken. If the rug gets pulled out from under you, I feel like anybody would be angry at that. But I do believe that I would work hard enough to get it back. I do believe in that. I do have a lot of self-belief. I think a positive outlook is always better than a negative outlook on life. If the rug gets pulled, you just got to stand back up and move some furniture around and put the rug back underneath where it was meant to be. See what I'm saying?
If having everything taken out of you actually revealed to you what you're supposed to do? What if you're not supposed to do what you're supposed to do, Cray?
Oh,
What
this
if
is some
you're
hippie
supposed
shit.
to?
Yeah, this is some, like, get off social media stuff, huh?
No, it's not. It's just, what if you were supposed to be, I don't know, the Prime Minister of Australia?
I could have been.
I mean, you still can be. You got to be 30 to be the Prime Minister, I think.
Yeah, but aren't leaders, don't they do, like, lawyer degrees and stuff like that? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm actually not sure. Maybe.
Well, I think Trump was a reality TV show host. So, I mean, if he can do it, I can do it, surely.
You're not a reality TV show host. Would you like to
But
be?
a streamer's basically the same thing, Fruity, you know?
Yeah, we're the reality TV show. We ain't a host of it. Oh, I guess we are kind of in a way.
We kind of are. You know, we kind of are.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, a reality TV show about streamers would be the most boring thing ever. And YouTubers. Oh my God.
If there was one friend, Fruity, sorry, I do want to continue that thought, but
Yeah.
there was one friend that you would want to lead the country that you know, who would you want to lead the country?
Honestly?
It can't be Marcus.
No.
Can't be Marcus.
I wasn't going to say Marcus, actually. I was actually going to say, no, I don't think he'd deal with the stress.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
I was going to say, actually, Laserbeam is what I was going to say. But I don't know if he could deal with the stress of it.
You know what? I thought of him, and I did think of Marcus, but I don't know about Marcus's sleep schedule, you know?
Can he even stick to a schedule, Marcus? Like, how is he going to go to all these prime ministerial things?
How's he going to do it all? I think Laserbeam, he could do it.
I think it's, of the people we know, I think he's most likely.
Down to earth, you know,
Really.
chill. He knows about the issues.
Hmm.
He just acts like he doesn't, but he knows about the issues.
To my point, would you watch a show? Reality show.
I would, Fruity, I can barely watch streamers as it is, or YouTubers, you know, even on their own channels. I if it was like Big Brother, you know, something like that, I'd probably watch a few episodes of some streamers doing it. I will say this. I think from what I've seen on the television, you know, because I am living with Mum at the moment, from what I've seen on the telly, man, some of these shows, just in general, you know, like, it's like streamers are more entertaining for the most part. From what I've
I
seen,
don't know
than
how
modern
they've done so
television.
many housewife shows when it seems to go down the
Yeah.
same path each time. With like,
Oh.
I just don't quite get it.
I am a sucker for it, though, a little bit.
Oh,
Fruity.
okay. Sorry. Did
No,
I just
no,
offend your
I'm
show?
not offended.
Oh no, I offended. Which one do you
No.
watch? LA, San Francisco, New York, Florida. Where are you?
Fruity, whichever one's on. You know, I just come in midway through the season. I know what's happened. I know Christy doesn't like, you know, Shanice because she slept with her husband. You know, it's like, it's easy
Why
to
do I
follow.
actually think that he's actually watched them? Like,
I have actually
I
watched
don't
them.
think you just. I don't think you just made those names up. I think you actually do watch. Oh my God! Could someone in the comment section write what season and what thing he's watching?
Oh, God.
I want.
My favorite shows like that are RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mm.
And I used to like Dance Mums, right? But then I really started to see how abused those young girls were, you know, and how their stage mums would like drive them into the dirt and the mud and the sledge of like life. It was like bad, you know. It's like I was like, ugh, like I really started to become quite resentful against them, you know. I was like, I fucking hate these mums, you know, so I couldn't even watch it anymore.
Dude, thinking about that makes me think that, you know, when we grew up, child stars, there'd be a few of them, and, you know, it'd be like a crazy life for them, really,
Yeah.
being a child star. But with like TikTok and that, you could just have something that everyone's seen, and you are kind of that in
Yeah.
that respect. Like, it is so much easier for a kid to be like in the spotlight everywhere.
Yeah.
That's scary to me.
It is scary. It is scary. A lot of this stuff, like social media and stuff and all of it does get to a scary point. Are we talking about existentialism anymore? Are we talking about existential dread? That's a little bit dreadful, isn't it? Like a little
It's
scary, right?
dreadful. I mean, if you peak as a kid, should you even bother with the rest of your life, Cray?
Oh!
Like, okay, I'm going to be real with
Yeah.
you. I think I've peaked. What should I do for the rest of my life?
Even if you do peak, if you're earning a good living, Fruity, you keep going. You know? You just keep doing what you're doing.
I was
You know-
going to say that, yes, you've had your peak, you've had your golden ages or whatever you describe. You've had your youth, but that's only just part of life. The other part is way bigger and way more interesting. And that's like, you know, meeting people and bringing them up and teaching them things and learning from others. And yeah, there's so much more than just
I
a
can't wait to
peak
be
of
a
a
dad.
career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's other things.
No,
There's
there
other
absolutely
things.
is. So I asked the question, but I didn't.
You already had the answer.
I think I'm like, okay, you know.
See, I still believe I think I know, I think you know what I'm about to say, but I'll say it 1,000 times. I don't really ever believe that you have peaked, you know? Like, I don't like to think that way. Say it was true, right? And at the end, say I've already peaked, and at the end of my life, someone says, like, haha, I told you peaked back then, you know, and you never got any better. It's better to live your life thinking that you haven't peaked yet and your big blow up is coming. And, you know, like, even for everyone listening, you know, you might not have any interest in becoming famous like me and Fruity do, you know, and wanting to become a big streamer, YouTube star and all that kind of stuff. But maybe you think you've peaked at the local store that you work at. I don't think that that's the best way to even think. You know, there is a good blissful ignorance that we can live in, I think.
Well, there's something to be said about people who think that their peak is still coming, is that it probably will just keep getting better if you believe in that. It's like people who think they're unlucky. You think you probably will be unlucky because you believe in that. Or you'll probably be lucky you believe in that. So absolutely. I just don't ever want to be 40 plus or something like that, trying to chase my golden years of being a streamer, right, Cray? If I get desperate and if I start reliving moments too much, you just slap me across the face, okay? I'm trusting you.
See, I guess, like, I watch a couple of streamers like Carnage and stuff like that who are a bit older and they have families and they have more viewers than I do and more popularity. So I guess in some ways you could say that, like, their peak is higher than my peak. But I guess for me, I don't really like to think that, you know, oh, when you're 40, it's a bad thing if you suddenly do peak and become famous. It's like, cool, you know, like, you're just in a different stage of
That's
your life.
That's true. No, it doesn't matter what age. No. I was more just saying I don't want to be 20 years from now and still pretending I am who I am now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
Like vicariously living through 20 years ago me. Like, I don't want to be that person. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So let's not just, again, slap me across the face. Thank you.
Oh, God, I don't know if I could ever slap you across the face. I don't. Have you ever wanted to slap me across the face, Fruity? Be honest. Like, have you ever talked to me and thought, I want to slap Cray?
Oh yeah, you talk shit all the time, of course. Let's slap you out of it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. God damn it. You're the 10th person I've asked that. It's 10 for 10. Damn it. Yeah, I can see that. So you believe in physical harming people? Okay. So we've learned that about Loserfruit here today, ladies and gentlemen. That's the existential answer right there. Look at that.
Do you ever like some of the problem? Okay, I'm speaking to you, podcast listeners. I think too much about. Oh wait, no, that's you too. Wait.
Okay. Who are you talking to? Okay.
I don't know.
Go. No, go.
But
go. Sorry.
do you ever think too much about what you say, like in a podcast setting or a stream setting, that it's just like it bothers you that you can't say what you really want to say? Because sometimes listeners, I think that too much, and that's why I'm not sometimes fully myself, and it's really hard to capture your full self without feeling like you're too open and vulnerable. And yet you've said something that will offend someone or will get you into trouble some way. I don't know.
If you're ever feeling that way, Fruity, just remember I opened up about porn addiction on stream. On podcast. You know what I mean?
You did.
So if I did that, you can do anything. Live your life. Wow. You know, it doesn't get much more.
We always censor ourselves in a certain way to who we're talking to.
Oh,
I just like think about that a lot. It's like, am I saying this? Am I saying this in the most open way I could be saying this right now? I don't know.
I wonder if that has to do with finding ourselves truly, Fruity. You know, there's a thing called like ego death, and it's all about, you know, like freeing the I'm actually going to search it completely. It's a complete loss of the subjective self-identity. The term is used in young psychology, and I think it's about letting go of those kind of like things that we hold on to and that we don't speak like we want to speak or don't do things that we want to do and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like there's all these different. I think that's a little bit different, you know. But I wonder if that has to do with it. You know, that you don't speak the way you want to speak because you're worried about maybe your like perception. You know, like how people are going to see you or how people are going to view you or talk about you later and all of this kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Because then you say things and then you're like, you were so honest in the moment, but then later you're like, well, that's not really what I think too. So like, could I have a moment like that where I just say something that I actually don't fully think I believe it? Great. This is too difficult to be a human. It's too difficult to be a human. We've learnt too much about our human brain and our consciousness. We've learnt too much. We've come too far. Humans were never supposed to know this much. Okay, they were not supposed to know this much. We weren't supposed to evolve this far, but we have.
We should do LSD. Will you do LSD with me, Fruity, and then come on the podcast?
I'm not doing LSD. We'll do something.
Oh, damn it.
We'll do something safe one time, maybe.
You heard it here, folks. We're doing some psychedelic shit. Yay. There's been a lot of clapping on today's podcast.
That was the first time we clapped.
Actually, audience count it. I think it's the third time, Fruity. I think sometimes the Discord thing cuts out claps.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've been clapping a lot. I do be clapping.
Why do we clap?
Why do we clap?
Never mind.
Can you unironically answer that question? Why do we clap?
No.
Existentially, like why does one clap?
I need this conversation to end. Because
You needed it today.
No, to end. Oh, I needed it to. What?
Both. Sometimes you need to have the conversations, Fruity, that you don't want to have.
Mm-hmm.
And you want them to end, but you need to hear them.
But I'm overthinking every single word I'm saying right now, and it's driving me insane.
Are you?
Like, someone should not be so much in their own brain, Cray.
Yeah, you sound a little crazy now. Not to make you overthink even more, but, we'll open up about that thought, Fruity. Like, what do you mean even more on that? Like,
to just take me back to that white room with the 4 white walls and let me just...
Oh, my God. That's where she actually be living. You are in that room right now, Fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the happy place. Go to the happy place.
Is this the happy place? Come on, surely if I had a good imagination, I wouldn't imagine this, would I?
Surely, this is a pretty good
but like, I feel like I'd put more colours in the world and like, I don't know. But I live in Melbourne, it's just grey all the time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the weather in Melbourne. God damn it.
It's so good. Do you love constant rain?
I do like it.
It's
Yeah,
so
I do like sunny days. There's at least like one odd sunny day here and there, right?
Maybe like 10.
Oh, okay.
I feel lucky.
10 a year.
I can't wait for you to move down.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be so good.
But what is the point of you moving down, really? Like, what are you really achieving?
Man. Fucking don't even know. Just going to do it. Just going to do it. I'll tell you what you achieve when you move, right, to a whole new place. New life experiences. And that's the point of life, is new things, New things.
No,
even if it's a
point
fail.
Of life, eh?
Even if it's a fail, Fruity, that's the point of life. Even if it's a big L, I cop a big L and it's a big loss and I get a house that I actually secretly hate, which I would never admit to anyone because somebody would say, "Told you so." And it'd probably be you. So...
When have I ever said I told you so?
If you said that you don't like a house, Fruity, and I got it, and later on I was like, Fruity, you're right, I don't like this house, you would say I told you so, would you not?
No, I would say that's okay. We could, there's solutions to this. I'm not an I told you so person. I never have been. That phrase irritates me to no end. And I'm offended that you think that I would say that. So I am turning off. My camera and leaving.
Sorry, it was a JK, testing you. I just tested you. That's all that was. Just a little test. You just got tested, and you know what? You passed. Round of applause, everyone.
That is what life is about. A series of tests to see if you can make it to the next stage.
And I just hate the examiner. Whoever that person is, you're going to get it one day. If I die, right, and there's a God, right, and I come to the gates and he's going to judge me, I judge him. I'm the one doing the judge. I'm going to say, what the fuck, bro? What was that? Why'd you do that?
What do you mean?
What was up with that?
We have good lives, Cray.
Yeah, but what about all the other people with bad lives? I'm going to stand up for them. I'm going to be their hero. I'm going to say, what's up with all that shit?
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to say to him. Mark my words. I know he's listening. 40 minutes.
Type in the comments if you're listening and
Yeah.
this person's you. Or not.
Where's the comments? I can't find it.
There's no
Again.
comments. We don't read them this week. But next week,
Okay.
we'll do that Q&A. Let's do it.
But let's say this. Thank you for the comments. More claps. Thank you, Fruity. Clap. Yeah. Thank you for commenting, even though we didn't come here prepared. But next week, it's going to be a Q&A. You can ask us
any questions. Yes,
Ask
in
us.
the comments. I don't know why I'm trying to mimic what you're saying.
Yeah, what's happening? I'm doing the outro, Fruity. Ask us a question what in the comment section below, and we'll I have a stutter. It's coming out. I got to bounce. That's it. It's over. Always be all in.
Always be all in.
Always be all in. Do it.